Counting down to puck drop here on the Iowa Heartlanders pregame show as we get set for Iowa and Toledo. First place in the division, Toledo. Heartlanders a little bit behind them in the standings, trying to make up some ground this weekend. And Derek Damon, head coach and general manager, with us. Derek, Heartlanders off a 4-1 loss on Wednesday. What'd you think?
It's tough. I mean, it was 250 people in the stands and snowstorm. It's hard to get a little bit energized, but at the same time, the guys have to find a way to grind through it and be a pro, and we didn't have the energy that we needed to. We didn't execute our game plan at the end of the day, and credit to Cincy, they played a hard game and came in and stole 2 points.
Yeah, Heartlanders in that game, it just feels like sometimes when you give up that goal early, it just can set a tone. You're all hyped up, you're ready to go, you have your game plan ready. How did those first 5-10 minutes of the first period swing things in Cincy's way?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Whenever you go down, you start to chase the game a little bit, and I felt like we were chasing. We had couple of pushes, but we just couldn't get any sustained O-zone time. And I think a part of that was because our forecheck wasn't good enough Wednesday. Something that we addressed, and we know that we've got to be better in that area. That our offense stems from our forecheck.
Harder on the puck kind of things when the team gets in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's important that F1, the first guy in on the forecheck, has to get body, and we have to be physical as a team regardless. But it's critical for our forecheck that F1 gets in and gets a bump on their guy, because that creates a stall puck, and then we're trying to get our second forechecker in quick, get on top of that, and then that just pushes everybody up ice.
Nate Knoll has been with the team for a couple weeks. He factors in with his first goal of the season. He hit 2 posts the last time he was here. He's had a lot of really good scoring chances, and he plays sort of in all situations now, and he's one of the key centers on this team. So since bringing Nate in, what have you thought about him?
He's been good. He's a guy he's been around. He's played in the American Hockey League. He's played in this league. He's played on some good hockey clubs. A couple of years ago, he was in Newfoundland when they were really good. So he's been around. He knows the game. He brings a little bit of veteran presence. He's a great face-off guy, something that we needed. Whenever you can add to your face-off guys and make sure that you got enough of them, because those are critical areas. You start with possession. If you can win that possession, then you've got the puck and you're not chasing it.
Heartlanders on the power play, there's some struggles there, and it's sort of weird because if you look at the stats for the season, you would see the Heartlanders have allowed 7 shorthanded goals, but it's only happened in 4 games because of some breakdowns here or there. So what did you see in a few of those things, just little things to address or big things to address as we come into this weekend?
Well, I mean, I think it's difficult. You go through stretches throughout the course of the season where you're going to have lulls, but at the same time, we have to have a mentality that we can't be outworked on the power play. That's the mindset. The PK is trying to outwork the PP. If the PP outworks the PK, you've got an extra man, and you can typically you're going to have a chance to score a goal. And right now, we're fighting it a little bit. I think guys are a little bit, gripping the stick a little bit too much, and at the same time, we're paralysis by analysis. Like, you can see guys are a little bit stuck out there, and then for me, I've just got to try to work through it with them and try to get them back feeling good about themselves. And at the end of the day, go out there with the mindset, outwork them, and let's just get pucks to the net with pucks and bodies at the net.
Gavin Hain, he's taken a lot of shots over this last week. There's a huge respect factor that at least I have up in the broadcast booth, and I'm sure you have too, because he's battled through, it seems like, every part of his body, either whether it's blocking a shot or getting a stick or taking a hit, and he just continues to come out there and battle and battle. How do guys see that type of effort in the locker room?
I mean, it doesn't go unnoticed with the guys in the room or with us as a staff. You see, he's a warrior. He's a guy that you definitely want to go in the trenches with, and because he's going to eat pucks, he's going to do whatever it takes to help the team win, and those guys are winners in my book. And we've got a room full of winners, and we just got to keep fighting away and fight the urge to get away from our game plan. It's hard to play the style of play that we do. But that's why we went out and got these guys, because at the end of the day, these guys are committed, and we have a job to do, and we got to go out and get 2 points tonight.
Derek, you got me fired up here in the morning already when we're recording our interview. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll hopefully get a couple points out of the way tonight.
Thanks, David.
Thanks so much. We'll be right back. Iowa taking on Toledo here on a Friday night in the Forest.